This next guy, Chad Molyneux, when he was younger, what he loved most was ripped away from him because he was not physically prepared. From there on out, he told himself he would never lose in life because he was not physically or mentally equipped. He quickly became obsessed with self-growth. 8 years later, he is now the creator of the Health and Wealth Blueprint. This blueprint provides high-achieving entrepreneurs and busy professionals with time-efficient exercise and health solutions so that they can take control of their health, increase their energy, and create a body they are proud of. Give it up for Chad Molyneux.
What's
up, squad?
And now we on our way to greatness. And
How we
all
doing
that
today,
ever
guys?
took was patience.
So I want to start this off by asking you guys a couple of questions. So who has worked out in the past 30 days? Raise your hand. All right, that's pretty impressive. Who's worked out in the past 7 days? Still impressive. Who's worked out this past weekend? You guys may be liars, because I've been in the gym the past weekend. The only person here that I've seen in the gym this past weekend was Les Brown. And what I'm trying to get at there is high achievers need to focus on their health and fitness if they want to maximize their wealth. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. So who am I? Oh, I point over here, right?
Next slide, guys.
No, next one. That used to be me. This awkward, skinny, glasses, long hair kid used to be me. And when I started off with health and fitness, it really came because I was obsessed with lacrosse. And that was really the only thing I had to hang my hat on when I was younger. In 8th grade, when I was younger, I was not very good at school, and I was actually asked to repeat the 8th grade, and I was a pretty big troublemaker as well. But like I said, the only thing I had to hang my hat on was lacrosse. And in my town, I was the only lacrosse goalie. I was the only kid that didn't flinch. When the ball was shot at me, that's how stupid I was. So they were like, okay, you're going to start all of the games. You're going to start on all of the best teams, and you're going to be our goalie. So I was like, this is great. I have no competition. Well, fast forward a couple of years, and I had my first taste of competition. Somebody else was trying out for lacrosse goalie. And I was not physically prepared, so I got that ripped away from me. And in that moment where the one thing that I was super passionate about in life was ripped away from me, that's when I decided that I need to be physically prepared in life if I want to be successful. So I went to my father and I asked him, I was like, Dad, I want to get my starting position back. I need to get healthy and fit. Can you help me out? So the next day he comes back with a set of dumbbells, a jump rope, and an agility ladder. And looking at me in this picture, do I look like a guy that knows how to use a dumbbell? No, I had no idea what I was doing. So I had to get really self-reliant. So I started going on YouTube. I started searching, how do I use the jump rope? How do I use the agility ladder? How do I use the dumbbells? And I started learning this stuff, and I really got obsessed with the process of learning this. I would get excited about coming home from school and seeing and using the different tools that I had. And fast forward, 10 years, I got to play a couple years of college lacrosse, but I really fell more in love with the training for lacrosse than I did playing it. And around that time, that's when I found entrepreneurship too. And I was like, I'm going to be this online fitness coach. I'm going to figure this out in 3 months' time. I'm going to go full time. And it really actually took me 3 years, not 3 months. But along that journey, along that entrepreneurial journey, I learned that health and fitness really isn't that far off from entrepreneurship. And that's why I decided that I wanted to work with entrepreneurs with their health and their fitness. Next slide. I don't know. Oh, there we go. So health plus wealth equals prosperity. And there's two things that I've learned or had to do in order to get better in health and also to get better in entrepreneurship was self-growth. And that's ultimately what I'm most obsessed with. Next slide. I don't know if this is working for me or not. There we go. So why do entrepreneurs need to get healthy and fit? I've broken it down into 3 things. The first thing is when you get healthy and fit, and we've talked a lot about this week, and I know Marshall has talked about this, you get more energetic. And when you get more energetic, what does that do for you as an entrepreneur? One, energy attracts. If I came on stage today and I went like, oh, health and fitness, and I was very low energy, you guys wouldn't be here. The reason that you guys are here is because of the energy. It's because the people that come on stage are energetic, they're passionate about what they do, and that attracts you to them. So if you're an entrepreneur, you need to maximize your energy so that people are attracted to your mission and to your story. Second thing is Energy makes you massively productive. And what drives a business? Productivity. So the more energy you have from being healthy, the more productive you could be in your day-to-day activities. Number two, it also increases your confidence for influence, right? So let me give you an example. We typically judge people by the way they look. I look like a typical Chad. I have blonde hair, I'm wearing these pants, I work out. I'm a typical Chad. So it's unfortunate, but that's what we do. So my question to you as a CEO, as an entrepreneur is, what does your body say about you? Does your body say that you're a leader? Are you influencing other people in your company because your body says that you're a leader? And let me give you another example. So let's say you're going to hire somebody, and these two people have very similar skill sets. They're both equally skilled. One person's very fit, they're positive, they're high energy. Someone else, the other person is more overweight, lower energy, lower vibrations. 10 times out of 10, you're going to hire that person that, if they have equal skills, is higher energy and takes care of themselves. So when we increase our body image, when we increase our confidence, it allows us to influence. And as an entrepreneur, what do we need to do if we want to sell people? What do we need to do if we want to attract people to our message? We need to influence. And the last point here is it increases productive longevity. So what does that mean? If we want, everybody who's an entrepreneur wants to leave a legacy. Everybody who's an entrepreneur wants to make generational wealth so that they're paying for their kids' college or whatever it may be. But that can only happen if you're alive for a long time. That can't happen if you're bedridden by the age of 50 or 60. And to give you another example, look at Grant Cardone. That guy is 60 years old, but he has the energy of a 20-year-old. Did you guys think Grant Cardone was 60 years old? No. Yeah. So that's the power of health and fitness, is it gives you the opportunity to live a long life and a long productive life where you can create that long-lasting legacy and also that generational wealth. So with that said, what do you need to focus on in order to maximize these three areas? Can you guys click the next slide? There we go. Cool. So the first thing that you need to focus on is strategy. And when I'm talking to entrepreneurs a lot of the time, what's their biggest excuse to not working out? I don't have the time. I'm too busy, I got all these calls, I got all these meetings, I just don't have the time, Chad, to work out. It's not that you don't have the time, it's that you don't have the right strategy that matches your busy lifestyle. And let me give you an example. You guys could all do a workout right now, 5 minutes of straight burpees, try to get as many burpees as you can in 5 minutes, and you guys would be absolutely crushed, and it only took you 5 minutes. So it's not that you don't have the time, it's that you don't have the right strategy that matches your lifestyle, which leads me into the second point. It's not about how much time you spend in the gym. It's about what you do with that time. Same concept as business. It's not about how much time you spend in your business. It's about what you do with your time in business. So the most popular program right now that we have going on, and the way we structure our program is based off of how much time you want to give based off of your lifestyle, is a 15 to 25-minute workout plan 5 times a week. That's 75 minutes, 75 to 90 minutes out of your week. We all have 168 hours in our week. And if you can't find 90 minutes out of those hours to work out, then I don't know what to say, because everybody can. So the second thing that you need, and this is just going to say strategy, which is kind of annoying. The second thing that you need is mindset. So you have to shift your mindset from health and fitness is an expense to health and fitness is an investment into my business, right? Because a lot of times people say, oh, if I take time out of my business to go to the gym, I may miss that call, I may miss that meeting, I may miss that opportunity, which they think is taking time away from their business. But if they viewed it as an investment, something that's actually taking time back because they increase their energy, because they increase their productivity, now they're actually saving time because they're getting more efficient because they have that energy. So you got to make that mindset shift. You got to view health and fitness as an investment into your business rather than an expense. And the second thing you have to do with health and fitness, a lot of people talk about, oh, you just got to be massively consistent. You just got to have the willpower. And there's actually something that comes before the willpower. And what that is the belief. Because at the end of the day, if you don't believe that you could build your business, if you don't believe that you could stick to the nutrition plan or do the gym 5 days a week, then you'll always find a way to shoot yourself in the foot. You'll always find a way to mess that up. So you have to believe first before the consistency and the willpower comes. And I want to tell you a quick story about that. So one of our clients, Joe Money Aldama, that's our nickname for him. His real name is Joseph Aldama. When he came into the program, he told me that for 15 years, and he lives in LA, for 15 years, he would go to the beach and he would be afraid to take his shirt off. For 15 years, he never took his shirt off on the beach, living in LA. So I challenged him. By week 6, I said, Joseph, you're going to take your shirt off. You're going to send me a picture. And he was just like, okay, Chad. Like, all right, whatever. And I can remember hearing the ring on my phone, looking down on my phone, and seeing Joseph smiling at the beach with his shirt off. And that is 15 years of pain subsiding in one picture. Why? Because he believed before he decided to be consistent. And this is a picture of Joseph's transformation. In 12 weeks, he lost 30... All right, well, you guys saw a quick flash of it. In 12 weeks, he lost 30 pounds, and now he's in our year-long program, continuing to figure out how to make health and fitness sustainable. So the last thing you guys need to focus on is community. So with community, you can't be a lone wolf. And I was a lone wolf when I first started my business. I thought, I put ego before the results. I thought, oh, I'm going to crush this thing. I'm going to be able to go full-time in online fitness coaching in 3 months. Well, fast forward 2.5 years, still $0. So I decided I need to trade my money to get my time back. So I invested in my first business coach, and in 6 months' time, I went from making $0 a month to $20,000 a month in 6 months' time. So I essentially traded my money to get my time back. So you can't be a lone wolf in any area of your life. You've got to invest in a community of people that are going to push you to get the results that you want. And that leads me to my second point. Communities challenge you. So something that we have going on in our community right now, and this was started by one of our clients, not even by myself, is they're sending videos of them waking up and just doing push-ups in the morning. And I didn't tell them to do this. They just started doing it. But everybody followed suit. So once one person started posting that, everybody else started doing it as well. And they wouldn't have done that if they weren't a part of our community. I guarantee 100% that they wouldn't wake up and do push-ups on top of their already scheduled workouts if they weren't a part of the community. And the last thing that community does, whether it's a health and fitness community, a business community, or whatever, is it provides you opportunity. The only reason that I'm speaking up here today is because one of my clients gave me the opportunity who's friends with Nikki. So that's the power of community. I just met Nikki last week, and now I'm here. How crazy is that? So what I want to leave you guys with, and what I want you guys to think about once that community thing goes away, I already remember what it is, but there's 2 things I want you to think about. What is wealth without health? When I get on the phone with entrepreneurs and I ask them, why do you want to get healthy and fit? They say, well, Chad, I want to get healthy and fit, obviously, to improve my business, but the real reason I want to get healthy and fit is because I don't want to have to sit out after 5 minutes playing basketball with my kid. I want to be able to go on that hike with my wife. I want to be able to go skydiving. I want to be able to see my daughter's wedding. So these people I'm talking to, they have millions of dollars, but they're not fulfilled because they've spent so much time focusing on making money that they neglected themselves. So what is wealth without health? And the last thing I want to leave you guys with is this. We're all on this journey of self-development, self-betterment, improving ourselves. But how can you better yourself if you're neglecting your health? And the last thing I want to do, actually, guys, thank you very much. The last thing I want to do is the Health and Wealth Blueprint sign off together. So this is what we do in our community after any group coaching call. All I ask is you guys say and follow along with me. So the first thing that we do is we flex and we say health. So everybody flex and say health. Health, wealth, and prosperity. Thank you guys so much. If you have any questions about health and fitness, feel free to ask. Thank you.
Okay, just getting better each day. Stacking that